Aloha, F1 Manager Nation. This is F1 Manager Legend. I am back. It is Monday, January 6th. Yes, it is. It's Monday, January 6th. I apologize to anyone paying attention, but Sunday was the final of the New Year's Eve thingamajigger. And you can see I'm already clear of that. I finished 13th in my division. So the reason why I don't have footage of me doing that is I was watching American football, for those of you in Europe and around the world. And for those of you in America, I was watching NFL divisional wild card round. And in doing so, I found myself going later in my day where I figured it would be better if I just actually did my events while watching football, American football that is, and I learned a valuable lesson. I can't do that. I was doing really good until two races during the Seattle-Philadelphia game. And there was a couple of series during that game where I kind of was more involved in the NFL than my race, and my events finished poorly. So I finished 13th overall, not bad. But I kind of owe everybody an apology. Well, I did in my last videos explain how I got burnt out. I didn't explain I was also playing other games. So I do apologize for not being more involved in this. I'm sure some of you probably have passed me by now, which is awesome. That is the reason why I made these videos, because I noticed a lot of people struggling. And the one thing I noticed is everybody in my sphere, all of my viewers, I have nobody complaining about not having enough money, not winning, not having fun, not enjoying the game. I haven't had anybody in my sphere say that they were about to quit because it wasn't worth it. So I'm guessing, and not only guessing, but knowing, because since I was gone for about a month, when I came back, I noticed my strategy is still really, really strong. The one thing I can show you guys is this. You can see it says there, League Super Champion. Well, your boy is no longer a legend. I stopped playing for a month. I know the trick. You got to stop. So here's the deal, guys. If you're doing good and you feel like something is going to come up and you're going to take some time away from the game, and you qualify for your highest league, be it Legend, Super Champion, whatever. If you qualify for that high league and Sunday comes and you notice that you haven't played, just don't play. I think the game grants you, I don't know how long it will last, so don't hold me to it, but I've noticed, so like I was still legend yesterday. Well, I should say I was legend, what was that, Friday? Last Friday? Because the event started. I qualified for the event, but I didn't play any of my normal races. And all I did was do the event. And in doing so, I did not win enough money to qualify for non-relegation. So I got relegated. Everyone in Europe knows what that means. If you're in America, relegated means if you're in the league and you're in like the bottom two, the bottom 20%, bottom 30% of the league, you get relegated to the lower league. So if you're in the NBA and you were, what's a bottom feeder? You were the Cleveland Cavaliers. If you finished in the bottom four, so the last four of the NBA, right? Instead of getting the best pick for the draft, you would get relegated to the whatever that lower league is called now, the GBA, the DNDBA, the the developmental league of the NBA. You would get relegated down, and the best four teams in that league would get moved up. That's how relegation works, and that's what keeps teams from tanking elsewhere in the world. Lost why I was talking about that. I apologize. But anyway, you can see how I got dropped down because that's why I was talking about it, because I got dropped down. So I got relegated to the Super Champion League. But in doing so, I think when that happens, I think they move you into a group of players that matches your amount of play for the last week, if that makes sense. So, like I said, I didn't really play Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. I played Friday, I qualified. Then I played Saturday. No, I played Thursday, qualified. Then I played Saturday, and I videoed those rounds. And then Sunday, today, I did not have time to video it because I was watching football and doing other things, so I would not be able to commentate my round. But in doing just the event, I did not win enough money. You can see I'm up to $20 million. The reason why I'm up to $20 million is because these are the races that I'm doing. I'm doing the duels strictly for... Guys, please don't grumble about my sound system. Don't complain about my microphone. I'm doing this all on my Samsung Note 5 phone. That's my legendary account. My other account is on a Amazon Fire 10. I think. Maybe it might be a 9. I'm not sure. Pretty sure it's a 10. But I don't have like the sound booth with the microphone with the furry thing around it to block out background noise. Alright, we're going to see what we get. I think this is the setup. I haven't been playing this in a while. If I remember correctly, you want your last card to go longer. As you can see, my first car is up there. He has space. I'm pretty sure his Grosjean is also using low power. I can tell because our tires are around the same wear. And the fact that his second driver is using hard tires as well, I think that is the correct setup. You gain some positions in pit stops with the hard tires. But the hard tires are going to be a one-stop strategy, so we'll see. Nine, 7, 8, 5, 2, 5. You obviously know what you're doing. You can see I sent my Grosjean earlier than his. So he kept his Grosjean out, his tires are over the edge, and he's losing time. Vettel has another lap under him. Okay, so I have 2 laps, 6 and 7. My tires are fresh. He stayed out, so there's no way he can go full power till the end. You can see, even if he's trying to go for it, his tires are going to go over the edge, and my tires are not, so there's absolutely no way he's going to be able to win this race. I got first. His Grosjean is not going to be able to get second because his tires are going to go off the edge before he catches third place. So even though I started way far back, I was still able to move both my drivers up to first and sixth. So once again, if you have not, if this is your first video, the main thing you're trying to do is make sure that you get as many race points as possible so you can get these race crates. I don't know if they changed what the race crates pay out, but for a while they were giving like double race crates points because the game was all screwed up. Although if the game is fixed now, they're still paying out the same, so maybe they weren't paying out double. But you can see it pays out coins. Normally you get like a buck or two, and it gives you some of these things. You can see how if it's blue, I don't get it anymore because all of my blues are level 10. But the oranges are not level 8 yet. I can afford to pay for whatever on this account because I got 1.7 billion coins. But you can see this is maxed out, and there's no way I would ever use this. So once again, there's some things that kind of, I don't know, maybe depending on your account, you might use other items that I don't. But there was a bunch of items that I didn't use just because they never caught up to the items or the car parts that I had. So you can see I got a bunch of like almost all of my oranges are level 7. Right? Like they're all level 7, yet you can see I'm only using 2 of them. Like the wind tunnel, I come down, I check the afterburner, it's not better. Check the dream team or dream stream, it's not better. So even if I upgrade this, you can tell it's not going to get better than what I'm using. So don't feel that you have to upgrade all the parts, or you might be missing out. If you're winning and you got car parts that are performing, just stick with those until you start losing. Then you want to spend some money on an upgrade. Same thing with the drivers. You can see on this account I got Robert Kubica upgraded to level 7. If you go back in my other videos, you'll see I didn't upgrade Robert Kubica because Robert Kubica is level 7, and look how far off he is from being usable. So he never catches up. Stroll, Albon, you're never going to use them once you upgrade to Giovinazzi and Kvyat. Gasly, to be honest, I never used them. Hulkenberg, you can see he's still only level 2. I never used them. Daniel Ricciardo, he's an option. He's an option, but his fuel management and his tire management kind of messes it up. Charles Leclerc, I never used him. Kimi Räikkönen, I never used him. See his tire management? He can't go on long runs. You're going to have to use hard tires, and I've never seen anybody beat me with... Let's see. Nobody's ever beat me with Magnussen, Raikkonen, Leclerc, Ricardo, Gasly, Verstappen, Kubica, Stroll, Albon, Hulkenberg. I've never been beat by any of those drivers. So why would you upgrade? Why would you spend the money to upgrade them? And once again, I'm kind of interested to see what they're going to... Sorry. I am kind of interested to see what they're going to do with the beginning of next season. Because all of the driver stats should change. I'm going to be gone for 8 hours before I check back into this game because it's almost my bedtime. But, let's see, is there anything I'm missing? Yeah, so when you're doing these races... If you're struggling and your like win percentage is 50-50 with the Series 7, but your win percentage is like 85-90% with the Series 6, you're better off just doing those races. With my legendary account, I can do whatever race I want. So those are my fast drivers on the dry track. That's my wet track driver. So I'm going to do this race.